Capricorn, and welcome to your May 2021 reading. Let's look into your energy today for the sun, moon, and rising signs. If you don't know your sun, moon, and rising sign, you can look in the description box down below for a free site that will take you to what you need. If this reading does not resonate with you, remember that energies can be reversed, means that you can assign the roles any way you like. But stick around because there may be something in the reading that you need to hear. These messages are timeless, and that means that even if you were to listen to this message a year from now or 2 years from now, if God brought you here, it's because there's something in it for you, whether it's today or in the future. If this reading does not resonate with you, it just means that I'm not picking up on your specific energy at the time. If there are cards in here that you want to resonate with you, but they're just not yet, that's okay, because all you have to do is go to the video, What Are They Thinking About You, April 2021. And at the end of that video, it explains on how to raise your vibration in order to match the cards that you're looking at and that you're wanting to bring into your life. Because all of manifestation is in your hands anyway. So if there's things in here that you like, great. Use it. If there's things in here that you don't like and it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay too. During this reading, the angels are bringing the Holy Fire Reiki energy to you. And at the end of this video, I will release the trapped emotions for your sign. I will let you know what essential oils and maybe even some crystals that can help maximize your energy. So check out the description box down below for all the details. If you like this reading or you were entertained in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. This way you can get notified as soon as I post something new. All right, let's get started. I hope that you had a good Scorpio full moon. I hope it wasn't too crazy for you. But I hope the secrets were revealed and everything that you needed to know is good to go. So I got in a bike accident and hurt my hand and my right side of my body, or my left side of my body. So I'm doing my best to shuffle. So I didn't want to leave you guys hanging though. So I like to do these recordings near the actual month, because if I start it in April, then I'm going to get more April energy than I want. I want more May energy. So because the energies overlap, April and May kind of overlap. So you have your end of the month reading of April that you can look at. And then you also have the What Are They Thinking About You that you can look at as well, that I mentioned. And then that will help you to raise your vibration. And then we're probably going to do, I'm going to do the Mercury retrograde that's in Gemini. That's going to be, you could start feeling it as early as this right now. You could start feeling it as early as May 1st, or it could take all the way up until the 29th. But the 29th of May is when it's going to be really strong. It'll be all of June. But we will find out what, in that video, we're going to find out exactly what your sign, Capricorn sign, and you might have to look at many different things for that, but it's going to be looking at and retrograding through. Like, what are they going to be looking at? Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Empress energy. We have the Hangman. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Three of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Emperor. Wow, you got the Empress and the Emperor. That has outcome cards. That is awesome. All right, so Page of Swords clarifies as the Empress, and the Page of Cups, my bad, clarifies the Emperor. Well, that's interesting. Two Emperor energy, like Empress, Emperor energy, and then two pages next to each other. That's going to be an interesting read. I can't wait to hear what they're going to tell me about that. That is going to be great. Wow. Okay, so this may or may not be a love reading. Let's just see what they say. If it does, then I'll end up pulling some cards about love. But for right now, let's just start off with what we have. I have a feeling it might be because you have an Emperor and Empress card at the outcome cards. And so when I see that, the first thing that comes to my mind is twin flame, masculine, feminine energy, like the top of everything. I mean, the Emperor and Empress are higher than the King and Queens in this deck. So that is That is interesting. I like that. That's good energy. Okay. Oh, I want to thank you guys for the all the likes and subscribes and comments. I just want to thank you for that. I have reached 100 subscribers. That's awesome because that means that I can get the name at the end of my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to, next goal is 500 subscribers. And then the goal after that is 1,000 subscribers. So if you like this reading or you're entertained in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you get notified as soon as I post something new. And I appreciate all the donations as well. And I also appreciate all the comments, because when you guys comment and let me know how this helps your life, it makes me want to do more, right? It makes me want to open up more and help more, because I am a Pisces and a Cancer and a rising Libra. And so I definitely I want to help you in your lives, and I want you to get the best energy possible, right? All right, so I clarified with this. Okay, interesting. So I'm seeing definitely some retrograde energy coming up for you. It's okay. We'll talk about it, but I do see some of it. And so that's interesting. Let's go with this card right here, just so I can get a little bit more information, and then we'll go ahead and get started. And then the trapped emotions that we're going to be working on today at the end of this video are crying that are trapped in your colon from the age of 6, and panic that's in your gallbladder from the age of 6. So we'll work on that. And the way trapped emotions work is you can come back and listen to it's like a short little meditation. You can come back and do that as many times as you need to. This might come up during this month for the triggering of the Mercury retrograde. If you haven't seen this yet, we're going to try to release it today, but you can come back and release it as many times. I've released over 1,300 trapped emotions that are living inside of my body. So depending on how much abuse you've had in your life, or what kind of experiences you've had, you may have quite a bit. So just keep coming back as many times as you need to, and just release it over and over and over again. Okay, these are good. These are good Capricorn energies. All right, Capricorn, I'm super excited to read for you today. Let's see what we got. And I definitely will pull some love cards just because I see the Emperor and Empress energy. I'll pull them at the end though, all right, just in case some of you guys aren't really interested in that. All right, so let's go with, the overall energy at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, manifestation at its finest. I love that overall energy. Okay, so this is going to be a powerful month for you. May, the manifestation month. I love it. All right, so that's the overall energy. Where are you coming from? You're coming from a great energy of the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands doesn't have a gender. Let's just talk about the energy of the card. The Queen of Wands, she's hot, dude. She's hot. She is you can't get any more gorgeous. I mean, besides the Empress, which you have that one as your overall outcome. So come on now, Capricorn, you're hot right now. You're hot off the press. She's amazing. I mean, everybody wants to be the Queen of Wands. She's beautiful. She's considered the most beautiful in the deck for sure. She's super entrepreneurial. She's she's a great counselor to people. She's very supportive. She's social. She's self-aware. She makes good choices. She's expressing herself. She has great opportunities. I mean, you've stepped into your power. I am so proud of you, Capricorn. I know what a journey it has been for the last couple of years for you to get to this point, and what you've had to cut out in your life and the decisions that you've had to make in order to be there. That is so wonderful. I'm glad you got to have that energy. I'm glad you got to have that experience. Now remember, if you didn't resonate with this, then we need to get your vibration higher. So look into What Are They Thinking About You April 2021. At the end of that video explains how you can control your own vibration and how you can manifest your own vibration or work with your own vibration, okay? What is the energy of the month? There we go. So we have the... it's a stable energy. This is good. This is a good card. It's good, stable in money. It's stable in your heart, stable in your mind. It's a very, very stable energy. I like this card. I like this card when I'm wanting safety and security, and I'm wanting to feel like everything is in its place. That's how I feel about this card right here, is that they're telling me and they're showing me is everything is in its place exactly where it needs to be. That's beautiful, okay? But what is crossing over you is definitely some Mercury retrograde Gemini energy, okay? Now, Mercury is the planet of communication. It's in Gemini, which means it's at home in Gemini. We'll do a whole nother video on that. But it's at home in Gemini. And so there's going to be lots of communication happening for everybody. How it comes out with your sign is a little bit different. And remember, you have your sun, moon, rising, your Jupiter, your Mars, and all these different windows and aspects of looking into your own soul to give you information so that you can move forward. This right here is saying that even though you have everything, it's like you still feel trapped. Like even though you had this beautiful energy and people were looking at you like, dang, Capricorn's hot. Capricorn's got it going on, right? Even though that was happening and you feel really good because you have everything kind of set. You have your savings. You have, like everything is just exactly the way you want it to be, okay? So, but what this is saying is that you still feel trapped. You still feel like I have some work to do. Like, I still feel like I'm not as free as I could be, and I really want to be free. So there definitely is going to be a feeling of that this month. It's going to make you, and they're showing me to go here next, it's going to make you want to emotionally withdraw, okay? And that's okay. Being in solitude is not a bad thing for Capricorn. Some Capricorns actually enjoy that solitude. So maybe you go on hikes by yourself. Maybe you go on a bike ride by yourself or a walk by yourself. Or maybe you journal this month. And, Cancer is, and I think Pisces, they're going to be journaling and they're going to be, Cancer is going to be, being the crab and going back in its shell a little bit and being a hermit. And and Pisces is going to go back in the water for a little bit. So it's okay, Capricorn, if you decide that you want to retreat and do your own thing for a little bit, because it is going to give you the next energy that so this is interesting. The Hangman is what you're asking. You're asking to see things in a different way. You don't really want to feel this way. You actually are asking like, I'm tired of feeling trapped. I want to see this in a different way. I want to be able to notice different things. I want to be able to be okay with where I'm at and where I am and not feel so like there's an internal struggle of where I'm at, right? And so, and this could be like this is very interesting, what they're showing me right here. This could be a hole in the soul. So it could be a childhood wound that is just, you just can't seem to get happy. It doesn't matter how wonderful your life is going, you just can't seem to get happy. And you want to be happy. And it seems like at times when you should be happy and everything's going great, it's like you find a reason to not be happy or to not enjoy it or to not allow yourself to go there. It's like this deepness. And I think that it could be just and I won't say simple, because it's not simple that you feel that way, but it's almost like a feeling that you've had forever, and you just can't seem to shake it, but you actually want to see things in a different way. And you're going to, because you're going to have the energy that's coming towards you is actually the energy of making new plans, creating a new direction, because you have manifestation and you understand manifestation really well now. So it's kind of like, okay, where do I want to go from here? I don't want to feel this way anymore because this holds me back in everything and with everyone, everything that I do and with everyone that I'm with. It's like, it doesn't matter who they are. It's like, I still feel the emptiness inside. It doesn't matter how wonderful people are to me. I still feel this emptiness inside. And so you don't want to feel that anymore. So you're asking God, please, can I see this in a new way? Can I see this in a new way where it could be really fast? I get it. I laugh because we all don't want it to be a slow transition. Like, I'd rather, rip the Band-Aid off. You know what I mean? Rip the Band-Aid off and let's see what it is and let's go for it. And I'd rather do that than have agonizing pain over this for years and years to come. Like, let's just do it fast. Let me see it differently, really fast. So you're going to definitely be in the planning stage. So yes, the answer is yeah. You're definitely going to see things differently. You're going to have the feeling of, and you're actually going to be doing it because this is the energy that you're in. is that you're going to be like, okay, cool, time to put these swords down. That's what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, whoever put this hole in my heart, that I've given him too many years of my life. And how many more years am I going to give this person who created this pain for me? You know what I mean? Who created this painful experience for me. And I really feel like you're going to be in the energy of, okay, it's got to be time. You know what I mean? Like, it's time for me to put it down and be done with it. I got these other swords I'm going to take care of later. You know, no big deal. But this one, it's really time for me to let this one go because it holds me back in so many different ways of my life. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of being held back by this hole in my soul. I'm tired of it. So you're going to go into solitude. You're going to have emotional withdrawal. And the emotional withdrawal is to protect yourself so that you can go into the deeper parts of your soul. So I feel like, wow, this is like the deepest reading I've read so far. And this is like my 7th reading or 6, 7. This is my 8th reading. Oh my gosh. So I feel like I'm hearing the darkness of your soul. And you're so strong, Capricorn. So I'm not worried about it, and you shouldn't be worried about it either. What they're showing me is like you're going to go in and you're going to grab it and you're going to get it out and you're done. You're going to throw it in the trash. Done. I'm done. No more. No more am I going to allow this to be who I am. No more. I'm done with that. So this emotional solitude, I think that I haven't really heard too much about the Gemini Mercury retrograde yet, but I'm wondering if you guys are going to start feeling it a little bit earlier than most. And maybe it's because by the time you get to Mercury retrograde, you're going to already have done the part that needs to be done so that you can really, really move into the things that you're wanting. So that's interesting. Okay, so let's go a little bit further from that. The people around you, thank God, because you're going to need a little bit of support as you go through this. You don't need somebody who's like, why aren't you hanging out with me? Why don't you love me? You don't need that. You actually need someone who's going to stand in their power and be okay. You know, they can see the truth. Oh, okay, so you're going through your thing right now. Great. I'm going to give you some space. Someone who has a little bit more life experience. These are the people that are around you. They're going to be stronger. They're going to be wise, so that you need to go to them. You can go to them and say, hey, what do I do? You know, this is pretty big, you know. They're definitely really strong in adversity, so there's someone that you can turn to. You're going to have lots of support during this time if you need it, which is great. So although I didn't see any transformation cards, I do really feel like it's not necessarily a transformation that I'm feeling. I'm feeling like it's you taking back your power and saying, I'm not going to let this be me anymore. Like, I'm so tired of feeling less than. I'm so tired of feeling like I don't deserve. I'm so tired of feeling unloved and unlovable, you know? And so I really think this is beautiful because it's going to bring the relationship that you're looking for closer to you quicker. Because whatever brings out the ugly in people will be gone from you. So, because there's something that vibrates inside of you that I'm not saying creates the problem, but and I won't say trigger either because that's not what they're showing me. It's showing me like there's something inside of you that makes people respond in a certain way. Like they go, oh, I'm supposed to treat Capricorn this way because that's the way Capricorn's always been treated. And although they're not saying it, there's something on a really deep level that's vibrating inside of them that makes me go, I'm going to treat them kind of crappy. You know, and you're like, what is this? And it really has to do with whatever injury you had to begin with. That injury was so hard on that child that it has held you back from love in the way, it held you back from people expressing love to you in the way that you deserve. It's almost like it trained them to teach you to treat you a certain way. It's almost like I'm seeing like sounds crazy, but like the parent living inside of you, and hopefully it's not your guys' parents, but if it is, I'm seeing like for those people this resonates with, like a parent living inside of you and you don't even know it, And then they're like, when you meet a love person, they go to their ear and they go, treat Capricorn like this because this is the way they should be treated. And they go, oh, is this the way that you should be treated? Okay. And so I'm hoping that I'm not hoping. When I'm hearing that, when you decide that you're not going to allow this to be a part of your life anymore, your belief system, then people will respond in a different way than you've ever had before. You'll feel the genuine part of people that you're always looking for. You'll feel the emotional body in a different way. And I really believe it's going to bring in everything you're looking for. So that's actually really good. You do have the support, I guess, is what they're telling me. Let me see something really quickly. Okay, so where are you going? All right, this is awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay, so sorry about that. It was so deep, and I was like, oh my gosh, where are we going? But I know where we're going, so I'm so excited. You're going to partnership and alliances. You're going to what you're looking for. And I told you already, you have the masculine and the feminine, and it doesn't get any better than that. Like, this is equal give and take. These are people who are both powerful. So I have a feeling that some of you Capricorns have been dating people that are not really, I don't mean to be rude, but they're not your empress. You're the emperor, or you're the empress, and they're not the emperor. You're dating right here. This is what they showed me. That's why we have the 2 pages. She's dating the page over here. And he's dating, I got these mixed up, sorry. He's dating the page over here, my bad. And she's dating the page over here. They're both dating pages. Guess who they should be with? Take those pages out. They're supposed to be with each other. Okay? But no, they keep getting these pages that keep coming in because they don't feel that they're good enough for the other counterpart, their masculine and feminine. They don't feel they're good enough, so they keep dating these pages. Here's my cup of love. Here's my big sword, or whatever, right? It's like, what? No, these pages are going away. Okay, you can keep the energy that you liked from the pages. So this is the most recent outcome. This is the later outcome. We'll go over that, but I just want to they're just showing me to kind of do this for you. Okay, so this Empress keeps dating this cup. What she does like about about the Page of Cups is that she does like the love, and she loves like all the good news and the good money, and he's a dreamer, and he's intuitive and generous and all this stuff, but he's still a page. You know what I mean? Like, he's great and he enjoys life and he's fun, but he's still like 15 years younger than her or whatever. Like, no, I don't mean younger like in age. You could say that, but like in experience. Like, this person has no life experience, right? So boom, bye Page. Okay, and then he's dating a Page too. Remember, there's no gender to the cards. It could be, but there's no genders. But he's dating a Page of Swords. So what does he like about the Page of Swords? Because he's attracted to the Page of Swords. What does he like? He likes that the Page of Swords is smart. He works really hard. And he's very helpful. And he's alert. And he relies on his intelligence. And he's very logical. He likes that. Like, she likes the Page of Cups because he's emotional. He's so sweet. And he likes the Page of Swords because he's logical. She's emotional. He's logical, right? Boom. Bring the feminine and masculine together. Get rid of that hole in the soul that's bringing these pages to you. And guess what? You're going to have exactly what you want. Okay? So, that is beautiful. I really, really like that. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the energies that are around you as well. That's going to be helpful for you. Okay, so what I'm hearing from this card, it says leadership, but what I'm hearing is Capricorn, you support people way too much. Like, you're always like the supporting lead character. Like, you'll give like your shirt off your back for anyone, for these pages, for these dang pages. You will do anything for these pages who don't want to pick up the slack. They only want to these pages are so young in their mind that they don't want to go the extra mile. They want you to take care of them. And that's the problem with these pages. They want Capricorn to do everything for them. If we have a dream, you're going to make it come true. If I need money, you're going to give it to me. And I don't want to work for anything. And you know what it's saying? Step into your leadership powers. Stop being the supporting cast for these people. Be the leader that you're supposed to, that you are, that God made you to be. The feminine and the masculine, these are the highest ranking of the entire deck. And Capricorn, you are that. You are that. Stop dating those pages. Anyway, bring some play. Capricorns are so fun. So play as you go through this. You can go through solitude and all of this stuff, and that's great and all, but don't forget to play. Bring some lightheartedness in there. And remember to continue with the flow of life. Okay? Go downstream. Don't hold on to the side. Like, go downstream. Like, go with the flow. Be like, all right, I'm going to go. Just let go of the side of the wall of the river and flow downstream, right? Okay, so that is really, really beautiful. I'm excited for you. That makes me like, wow, I'm super excited. Okay, so this ended up turning into more of a love reading. But I don't really, if for those people who aren't into love, remember, like if you're in a marriage, you're always wanting to make that marriage better. It's not that you're looking for a new love. Sometimes you'd be looking for new love in the marriage. If you are not really looking for a lover right now because it's not what you want, maybe you're trying to bring in the masculine and feminine into yourself and you keep treating yourself like a page. That's one way to look at it, okay? So just remember that you can make the roles work the way that they work for you. You don't have to go exactly the way that I say it, and the roles can be reversed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is bring some love cards out because I do believe that this has to do with some love for some of you. And it's funny because I haven't brought these love cards out probably but for one other sign, two other signs, Gemini earlier, and then because somebody was like, do you do the same cards for every? No, I do whatever God tells me to do. So whatever your soul needs or your sign needs, right? But I do want to get, and I like these cards, I just don't always use them. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll find out what they're thinking about you. Okay, so here we go. Pay attention to red flags when that page comes in. Pay attention to all the red flags. Pay attention, because sometimes these pages come to you like they're an emperor. Oh no, I swear I'm an emperor. Or, oh no, I swear I'm an empress. I'm so amazing. And then you find out like 2 years from now, they were always a page. So pay attention to red flags. A new person has stirred up romantic feelings in your life. That's good for those of you who are looking for new love. And your love life is being affected by children. I don't know what that means, but that's for someone. So maybe it could be the child feelings. Maybe it could be your own child, inner child, for those of you who don't have children. Those of you who do have children, your love life is affected by children. Those of you who don't have children, your love life is affected by your inner child. So let's move on and find out what are they thinking of you. So think about the person that you're wanting to know, and I'm going to use these beautiful cards to find out what they're thinking about you. 1, 2, 3. I wonder if you are happier without me. You might be. I want to be more than friends. So some of you guys have this new love. Where did it say? Right here. New love. Somebody wants to be more than friends with you. And the last one says, I couldn't let you get close to me. So if you're wondering why the person that you're thinking about hasn't come forward yet, is maybe they're doing some healing. A lot of people are doing some healing right now. We have a lot of twin flame relationships right now. We have a lot of soulmate relationships right now. So there's a lot of people doing healing at this very moment. So sometimes people have stuff that they just holds them back from love. You know, you understand. Capricorn, I don't have to tell you that. That could be you saying that. Maybe not your person. Maybe that's you. Maybe the role was reversed. Maybe you couldn't let anybody get close to you. All right, so here we go. We're going to talk about your essential oils and then your crystal, and then we're going to go ahead and release some trapped emotions. So the essential oil that is coming up for you is one of my all-time favorites, is bergamot. Bergamot, if you want to say French, I guess, or however you want to say it. So beautiful. It is a great smell. It is from the lime tree. So it is a citrus oil, which means you do not put it on your face and go out in the sun. That would be ridiculous because you'll get a sunburn, a really bad one. So please don't do that. If you need to wear this oil out in the sun, just put it on the bottom of your feet. No big deal, okay? Use it 3 times a day for 30 days. And it is the oil of self-esteem, self-acceptance, self-love. It's gorgeous. It's going to make you feel amazing about yourself. If you can put it over your solar plexus, that would be the best place to do it. It would be amazing. So do that. I'm telling you, you smell this oil, you diffuse this oil or whatever, it's going to make, it's one of my all-time favoriteest oils, if that's even a word. It definitely is amazing. So that'll be in the description box down below. And you can get that. The next oil that came up, I don't have it with me here today because it's an oil that my kids were using, which is Petitgrain, and it is the oil of ancestral healing. So generational healing. So we were having our kids put it on their wrist, and they've been doing it for over a year now because they have some generational issues that we'd like to work on emotionally and physically. So, but that, I guess it was gone because I went to go get it and they have used it all. So I need to buy a new one. But so that is a really good one as well because there might be some generational things going on in your DNA that would be really good for you to get rid of. You can put that wherever you want to put it. You can put it in a roller bottle if you want to. You could put both these oils together in a roller bottle, put some fractionated coconut oil and just roll it on the bottom of your feet for 3 times a day for 30 days. All right? So that's kind of how I would do that. The crystal, let's do that. Let's find out what crystal, and then we'll do the trapped emotions, and then we are done for today. Remember, you can listen to this video as many times as you need to throughout the month, okay? And then, and remember that energies are fluid, so they can happen today, or they can happen, I don't know, a week from now. I don't really know when they're going to start for your sign, but I hope that you get what you want. That's all that I want. All right, so you got Tiger's Eye. Nice. Tiger's Eye is a beautiful, beautiful stone. It is a stone for negative energy. It will literally dispel negative energy. So it's a great stone for facing your fears. And when you go down into the darkness of your soul that might be coming up for you and going and grabbing that crap out of there, you're probably going to want some support of some Tiger's Eye, okay? So it'll help you to be more courageous and bold. It'll help you face your fears and help you to overcome them. It'll help you to not let the natural instinct to avoid discomfort prevent you from realizing some of your greatest experiences. Is it going to give you the feeling of wanting to storm the castle? Push open the gates and embrace your inner tiger and stare down that fear. It'll help you when you meet challenges, and it'll help you with more resilience in your life. So some questions you can ask yourself are, what are you afraid of? Does fear affect your day-to-day choices? How would your life look different if you overcame fear? A great affirmation to use with these oils and with this stone right here is, I face fear head on. Today begin one thing that you've been afraid to do. So that's beautiful. Let's go ahead and do the trapped emotions. Go ahead and sit back, and I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to come in with your angels and your spirit guides and your loved ones in spirit. And I'm asking that the Capricorn collective be surrounded by the white light to guide, guard, and protect them. And what we're going to do is crying. We're going to start with crying first. And crying is in your colon. It's been there since you were 6 years old. You may or may not remember the experience, but I want you to go ahead and close your eyes and imagine that there's a little kid, and he or she it's you. You notice yourself. You are in your colon. You know, you're focusing in on your colon. And you kind of imagine yourself walking around, and there's this little kid, and they're holding on to this crying, this deep crying, this deep, deep, deep crying. And it's like in a little ball, and it's just full of tears. And they're holding it, and they're saying, "Oh, this is my crying." And you say, "Okay, well, you've cried for way too long, longer than we needed you to. And it's time for me to take that crying from you so you can experience love and happiness and joy. And we don't have to vibrate with the sadness anymore, okay?" And the little kid goes, "Okay." And they hand you this ball of tears. And you have it in your hands, and you walk over to God, and you say to God, "God, can you please take this and turn it into light energy, because I no longer need it. I appreciate the experience. I just no longer need it." So breathe in and hand those tears over to God. Very good. And then next, what you're going to do is you're going to go back to your colon, and imagine something happening in your life right now that just makes you want to cry. Maybe you have something showing up for you right this moment, and you're like, you know what, I just feel like crying. And you say, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and put that crying in a little ball just like my inner child did. And I'm going to take that ball over to God. God, please take this crying and give it to light energy so that nobody on this planet has to experience anything that I ever went through. Okay? And God says, I got it. I got you. I'm taking it. And you see him take it. And you see him blow it out of his hands. And it turns into this big ball of light. It's so pretty. And you're like, look at my crying. My crying is so pretty. I love it. It's so pretty. Great. Now you go to your gallbladder. And now it's time to go work on that panic. And you're kind of scared. So you imagine that you have tiger's eye in your hand. And you walk to your gallbladder. And you look at that tiger's eye to give you courage, because it's scary to look at panic. That's scary. So you go and you see the little child biting their fingernails, and they're just like, their fear on their face is something that you've never seen before, and it's super, super scary. And you go and you hug that child, and you say, hey, it's okay. You're not in that anymore. Whatever happened to you, you're not living that anymore. And you go, hey, I'm going to take all that panic from you. And you show yourself kind of like, you start moving your hands all along the child's head and down their body. And you say, when I move my hands around you, you're never going to feel that panic anymore. So you picture yourself moving your hands around this child, and the child starts to smile. And they're like, oh my gosh, I feel so good. I feel so safe. And you're like, awesome, I'm going to take all of this. And you put it in a little ball, just like they showed you their crimes. And you say, look, it's all right here in this little ball. And, you take it over to God. And you go, God, here is the panic that I've been holding on to since I was 6 years old. And God says, I have you. I'm going to take it. And God does the same thing. He blows it, and it turns into beautiful light rays. And you're like, that's my panic. And then you say, God, you know what? There's something that's happened in my life right this moment that's making me panic, that's making me really, really scared. And God says, okay. And he puts his hands over you, like you imagine God wiping his hands all over you, just like you did for your little child. And he wipes his hands all along you. And you go, oh my gosh, I feel so good. And God says, I got you. And he takes your panic and puts it in a little ball, and you can see it, and you say, that's my panic. And God goes, and he takes a big breath, and he blows it out from his hand like a bubble, like a bunch of bubbles. And each bubble bursts into a ray of light. And you say, thank you, God, so much for taking that panic from me. Because God, I want to live a life without this hole in my soul. And if I have to come here a million times, I will come here every day until I don't feel that anymore. And I thank you so much, God, for everything that you've done for me. Oh, that was so beautiful, Capricorn. That was amazing. I'm so glad that you took me on that journey with you. That was wonderful. So I can't wait to do your Gemini reading for the Gemini Mercury retrograde. I'm excited to do that. So look out for that. Also, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do that. If you're entertained in some way, don't forget to hit the notification bell or share with your friends or comment or whatever you need to do. And remember that I'm always here for you. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much.